Right off the pin. Amazing backspin, Peter. And no need to putt here, Peter. Golfer one.
He's almost dancing, Jim.
Peter, it's in. Teeing it up for the last time today, it's golfer one. Well, he's on, but it'll be a long putt from here. Golfer two, final tee shot.
I think it's going to be short.
Golfer one with a look at eagle. In the cup, Peter. Golfer two with a shot at eagle.
It's $25. Please have your money out when you come up here. Help us get through this.
Take out Matt. He's going to be out for a week and a half.
Machine 11, Chris Brewer, Steve Silk. Chris Brewer, Steve Silk on 11.
Steve Silk ain't even here. I'm gonna touch the track ball. Marshall, that's not the wind took my ball. And yes, he's a 19. He's shit.
Also, like, I've been shooting +5, so I still gotta get down. I know, like.
Do you need the light on or no? So good. Those are good. Good luck, buddy. Who are you playing? Oh, you lost. Excellent. Oh, stop it. Good luck, buddy. And then
That's a decent shot. It's on the green.
Golfer 2 at the tee.
This is one large drive. Can't get better than this. A beautiful lie.
That made it to the dance floor. Golfer 1, a chance for eagle. Golfer 2, looking for a birdie. Golfer 1 hits first.
James Hines. James, don't walk behind her, buddy. Don't walk behind. You're on receipt 3. Don't walk behind her. Steve Silk, machine 11, you're on the clock.
Next up, golfer 2.
Logan Short, are you here? Yep. What machine you on? 11. Logan Short. Logan Short, not him, he said he's going to get him.
That went through the leaves.
Like my dog says, Jim, rough, rough.
Yes. Golfer 1 is up.
This guy's magic around the greens.
Golfer 2 with a birdie putt. Golfer 1 on tee. Ooh, what a...
There's no way.
Golfer 2 for birdie with this putt. Golfer 1 with the blade. And now the tee shot of golfer 1.
My last vacation wasn't that far.
Next up, golfer 2. She doesn't want to be wet.
Jim, try the other end of those binoculars.
Golfer 1 with a follow-up. With club in hand, it's golfer 2. Golfer 1 trying for birdie. Golfer 2 with this for birdie. First up is golfer 1.
That's a good start.
Golfer 2 is ready to tee off.
Outstanding. She's sitting good.
Well, it's on the green, Peter. Golfer 1. Perfect aim. This may be in. Golfer 2 with a try for eagle. That putt made it, Peter. Golfer 1 with an eagle putt. Golfer 1 on the tee.
Found the short stuff. Nice.
Golfer 2 now on tee.
She put the brakes on it.
Golfer 1 to strike the ball.
Love it.
Golfer 1 for birdie. Drain that one. Golfer 2, this left for birdie. Golfer 1 is ready to tee off. Well, he's dialed in now. Golfer 2 on tee. Golfer 2 holding a putter. That's a fine birdie. Golfer 1 with a putt for birdie. Golfer 1 first up. Golfer 2 is ready to tee off. Back again to golfer 1. He'll be happy with this. Golfer 2. Golfer 2 with an eagle putt. Golfer 1 on the green. Eagle. Yes, friends, an eagle. Golfer 1 has honors. The backspin kept it right there. Ready to tee off, it's golfer 2.
Jim, it won't make it.
Golfer 2 on the green. Well done for eagle. Golfer 1 with the putter, trying for eagle. Golfer 1 hits first.
He puts the brakes on it.
On tee now, it's golfer 2. It's coming back. Golfer 1 trying for eagle. Golfer 2 with an attempt at eagle. Golfer 1 from the tee box. Keep going, ball. Golfer 2 up at the tee.
Might be water.
Golfer 1 readies the putter. He's got the eagle. Golfer 2 now putting. There we go, birdie. On tee now, golfer 1.
There's a pin seeker.
Golfer 2 up at the tee. Golfer in the cup, Peter.
It's in. Never assume. Good job.
Ready to tee off. It's golfer 1.
Wow, that's incredible.
Golfer 2 up at the tee.
Glenn Boffman, machine 7. Dan Gillard, Glenn Boffman on 7.
That's a clean shot in the fairway.
What a nice shot. Now up, it's golfer 1.
Great short game, Jim. Miraculous.
Golfer 2 looking at birdie. With honors to golfer 1. Golfer 2 ready to hit.
On the good stuff, should be a clean shot. Keep moving.
And now to golfer 1. Golfer 2 putting here for eagle. That's in the cup. Golfer 1 with a try for eagle. On tee now, it's golfer 1.
That's not the stick you want to shoot for.
Golfer 2 on tee. That's unfortunate. Golfer 1. What was he thinking?
Great lie in the fairway. That's not enough.
Back to golfer 2. Golfer 1 staring bogey in the face. Golfer 2 to end the hole with no damage. First to hit, it's golfer 2. That's quite a drive. Next up, golfer 1.
How about that, Jim?
Now up, it's golfer 2. Over to golfer 1.
Heading right for it.
Golfer 2.
Mark Gomez, Sean Graham on 24. Mark Gomez, Sean Graham on 24.
Watch this.
Golfer 2 with a birdie effort. Golfer 1 with the putter, trying for eagle. Let's watch the tee shot of golfer 1. Golfer 2 on the tee.
Machine 20, Phil Reeser, Mike Hanley. Phil Reeser, Mike Hanley on 20.
Golfer 2 with the short stick. Golfer 2 with the putter, this for par. Golfer 1 looking at birdie. With the first look, it's golfer 1.
It's a long way, but at least he's putting.
Golfer 2 teeing off for the final time today. Golfer 1 with a shot at eagle. Golfer 2 on the green, trying for eagle. It's in. Golfer 1, this putt is for birdie.
Machine 19, John Tatura, Solomon Franco. John Tatura, Solomon Franco on 19. 119 right here at the Stream Machine. Lee, you're playing machine 4. Machine 11, Brad Stewart, Mike Johnston. Brad Stewart, Mike Johnston, machine 11.
My best friend had a nickname he hated when he was a kid, so all these years later I resurrected his hated nickname. He loves it. Just to spur a little shit out there. Only a good friend would understand when you do something like that, right?
Machine 3, Jonathan Munn, Colin McKinney. Jonathan Munn, Colin McKinney on 3.
It's great to be here today in the tower with Peter Jacobson. Peter, you ready to do this? And now the tee shot of golfer 1. Peter, she's in the fairway. Golfer 2 from the tee box. Returning to golfer 1. Peter, here it comes. Golfer 2 with a follow-up.
That'll hold, and he'll be putting.
Golfer 2 ready to putt. Birdie in 3 strokes. Golfer 1 with the short stick. Birdie, Peter. On tee now. It's golfer 1.
That hit the leaves.
Golfer 2 now on tee. On the green, that'll work. Golfer 1.
Very nice.
Golfer 2 with an eagle attempt. Golfer 1 ready to putt. That's a birdie on a par 4. And now the tee shot of golfer 2. Let's watch the tee shot of golfer one.
Is this one going to go in?
Golfer one readies the putter. And the birdie. Golfer two to hit. That's how you do it. Ready at the tee. It's golfer two.
Well, as far as that goes,
Ready to tee it up. Golfer one.
Shane Tower, Mike Geratovic. Shane Tower, Mike Geratovic at 26.
watch it back up here.
Golfer two with a bid for eagle. That was from downtown. Golfer one with an eagle putt. Golfer one for birdie with this putt. Ready at the tee. It's golfer two.
Amazing! That is really long.
Ready to tee off. It's golfer one.
Beyond description.
Team 25, Adam F. Steve Kalashewski. Adam left. Steve Kalashewski on 25.
She's putting, but it's not exactly close.
Golfer two. From a great lie in the fairway. He'll be putting. Golfer one ready to putt. And that's three. Nice eagle. Golfer two preparing to putt. Unreal for eagle. Golfer two ready to hit.
A nice, well-placed drive, Jim.
Golfer one on tee.
She put it in a good spot. That's a nice tee shot.
Here again is golfer two.
Pretty good lie, Jim.
Machine 29, Rodney Justine.
It might do it.
Over to golfer one.
James Hickey on 29.
There you have it, folks. Golfer two with a chance at birdie. Golfer one with a possible birdie. Golfer 2 hits first.
It's up here now. Got a picture of a white dog in the screensaver.
Golfer 1 at the tee.
Somebody lose the phone.
She's a little short on that one.
Golfer 1, a shot for birdie. Yes, count it. It's in. With club in hand, it's golfer 2. Who needs a putter? Teeing it up first is golfer 2. Golfer 1 on tee. Golfer 2.
It's on. That'll work.
Back to the talented golfer 1.
Oh, my goodness.
Golfer 2 with an eagle putt. Golfer 1 will be putting. Put it on the card. Eagle free. Golfer 2 has honors. There's a little razzle-dazzle on this one. Golfer 1 up at the tee.
Who was playing here? Who?
That's not good.
Overshot that one, Jim.
Here's the backspin. Golfer 1, this, a par putt. Golfer 2 with a shot at eagle. With honors, it's golfer 2. A lot of backspin, Peter. Golfer 1, ready to hit.
There's a shorty.
Golfer 2 with an eagle attempt. And there we go. Golfer 1 trying for eagle. Golfer 2 first up. Peter, aren't leaves thicker than air? On tee now, golfer 1. Over to golfer 2.
That hit the foliage. Look at that precision.
Golfer 1.
Dead on, Jim.
Golfer 2, about to putt. Nice par, Peter. Up first is golfer 1. Uh-oh, that hit the water. Golfer 2 on the tee. And now, golfer 1. Golfer 1 with the putter. This is for bogey. Golfer 2 to hit. Nice touch. First up, it's golfer 2.
Big drive, Jim.
Ready to tee off. It's golfer 1.
Get there.
Golfer 2 from a nice lie. It's on. It's close. Why bother with a putter? Golfer 1. This for birdie. Next up, golfer 2.
That just kept going. What a tee shot.
Golfer 1 from the tee box.
That's wild.
Once again, it's golfer 2.
That's on, Jim.
Returning to golfer 1.
There's a heavy breeze from the right. She'll need to adjust for it. Needed a little more mustard.
Golfer 1 with a bid for eagle. Golfer 2 with an attempt at eagle. Leading things off, it's golfer 2.
Nice grab.
Golfer 1 ready to hit. Grab the putter and the hiking shoes. Golfer 1 with an eagle attempt. That's in the cup. Golfer 2 with a shot at eagle. Golfer 2 is ready to tee off.
Oh, no.
Nice tee shot. Now hitting is golfer 2. Will it make it?
I knew it had a chance.
Golfer 1.
Right where she was aiming.
Yes. Golfer 2, putting. A nice birdie putt. Golfer 1 at the tee. This will bite. Ready to tee it up, it's golfer 2.
Right on the green.
Golfer 1 holding a putter. That's a 2. Nice birdie, Peter. Golfer 2, a birdie putt. Golfer 1 teeing off for the final time today. Teeing it up for the last time today, it's golfer 2. Golfer 1 prepares to putt. A fine eagle, Peter. Golfer 2 on the dance floor. In the hole, in 2 for an eagle. With me today is seven-time tour winner Peter Jacobson. Golfer 1 on tee. No trouble with that drive. Golfer 2 on the tee. Now hitting is golfer 1.
He'll have to aim just a touch left to counter the wind. Drop, stop, and roll.
Golfer 2. Just a short putt remains. Golfer 1 now putting. And there it is, a birdie. Golfer 2 will be putting. Birdie 3 there, Peter. Golfer 1 is ready to tee off.
Then he stopped it, and then we talked for
A drive to remember. Ready at the tee. It's golfer 2. Over to golfer 1. On the green, it's time to putt. Golfer 2 with a follow-up. He'll be happy with this. Golfer 1 for birdie with this putt. It drops in. Golfer 2 needs this for birdie. With honors, it's golfer 1. Golfer 2 ready to hit. Golfer 2 on the dance floor. It's in for a birdie 2. Golfer 1, this left for birdie. Golfer 1 at the tee. golfer 2 at the tee.
At that point, he was so young. I think when we had talked, his parents were there, and then he just found a way to stay involved with this game.
What do you make of this, Peter?
A light shot here, but not too light.
Gino realized what it took to be a top-level player, and eventually came to terms with, maybe I'm not going to get there. I can be a really good player in this game, but I want to be a promoter in this game. I love this game. I want to share it with everybody that I know.
For sure.
Grow this game, and I think that's what's great about Gino.
I agree 100%, and that's gonna. He's got a great attitude.
Take out the putter.
As you're watching,
Golfer 1 on the green, trying for eagle.
corner of the screen, he might look a little frustrated, but when you look at his face, you won't see the same frustration.
That putt made it, Peter. Golfer 2 prepares to putt. And there's a birdie. Golfer 1 ready to hit.
Beer, recollect his thoughts, and move on to the next hole. And that really, Josh, that's what makes you a successful Golden Tee player at these live events. Being able to move on to the next hole when you make a mistake.
Obvious, but
He
maybe not.
understands at this point that should he have made that chip? Probably. He barely.
Bad day
burned
Hooser,
the
Jason
edge.
Graham on 18.
But can he be patient because he's obviously the bigger threat in this match? Yes, he's got time. Now, did he just mess up there? Yes, that's probably going to cost him. He just watered it.
Oh, he did water
Yeah,
that. He should be able to get to the green.
He hit a leaf that was unfortunate, and it cost him. But he's still not in panic mode right
Proceed
now.
26, Mike Hall.
He's such a
Sean
seasoned player
Tickner.
that he knows that
Mike
this
Hall,
is
Sean
on.
Tickner
Right.
on 26.
We're not finding out who's giving up strokes until we get to the backside.
Well, and let's take a look at this. See if they can not skip through the screen so quickly and see where they're at with handicap. Because here we are. This is not a scratch play event right now. This is a handicap tournament.
no.
So if you can slow things down a little bit, we got so Gino's +3. So he's down 3 strokes handicap,
Proceed 9,
which
Mike Payne.
shows that
Mike Warnick.
he has
Mike Payne. Mike Warnick.
a
on
better
9.
average score, compared to Rob. So this game is far from over. You and I have both played Ante Cocos a few times.
absolutely.
We know what holes can get you. Rob seems to be playing pretty solid though right now.
Well, just like earlier, I played a guy first round and I was giving him 2.
Mm-hmm.
We drew Onse. I felt good about that. Onse is a course that you expect a player lesser than you to give strokes back.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give any strokes back. He shot clean. I shot clean. I shook his hand. Congratulations.
And you move on.
So, in this scenario, yes, Gino's down 3, but we haven't got to the meat of Onse yet.
Oh, for sure. And the meat being, hole 10 would be the first part of that meat, where you've got an opportunity to get a stroke or two. And you got hole 10, and for those that don't know this game or haven't played this course yet, and if you haven't played this course yet, tell your operator to update to 2021.
Absolutely.
It's that is a must do. And one thing I wanted to mention, if your operator hasn't updated to 2021, that's one thing. But in case you haven't heard the news, there's kind of a partnership between Golden Tee and the PGA Tour. So coming soon is the Golden Tee PGA Tour edition. Make sure that you let your operator know, you let your bar know that you want that Golden Tee PGA Tour in your location.
Yep.
When
hopefully
it's
that's
available.
coming like early summer. Is that what it is? Somewhere in there?
From talking, making sure that I say the right things here. When it's available to the public, it will be available to the public.
Yep.
COVID's played a very large role in the whole world as far as what's available to everybody, and Incredible Technologies is doing the best they can to make sure this this product is ready, and it's they want to make sure that everything is 100% before it's available to the public. They are, if you're not a fan of the Golden Tee Facebook page, whether it's Golden Tee Fan, Golden Tee Golf is the actual the IT, Facebook page. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. They're showing what the new courses look like. And actually, what we're talking about, Josh, let's throw out some of the new courses. We're going to have Sawgrass. We're going to have TPC at Sawgrass. We're going to have
Boston,
TPC Boston, and then from close to my neck of the woods, Deer Run. We're going to have the Players Championship out of Silvis, Illinois, and those are 3 of the PGA courses that will be available for you to play as soon as that PGA version's available.
Oh, yeah.
But make sure you follow the Golden Tee Facebook page to get updates on that. They're really hoping to have it ready for you in the spring. Yeah, I know we're in the spring right now. They're fingers crossed by June, but but at the end of the day, just be patient because they're working really hard behind the scenes to make sure it's available for everybody.
And that's what I'm kind of thinking is, it's not a timeline that's been established, but summer. That's what I think that maybe they could start to roll out some machines. It might not be available to everybody, but you, me, all the guys that are really involved with this game, we're going to try to jump on this.
Right.
We really want to play this. I'm excited to play Sawgrass. I want to hit 17. I want to hit that par 3.
For sure.
Granted, it might be a little different in Golden Tee, but you know what? I want to hit it. It's such an historic hole. It's a win-win for Golden Tee and the PGA Tour to align and get together and put these courses that people that might not be involved with this game can relate to this and say, hey, I've either played that course or I want to play that course, and I have the availability to do it right now.
And the other thing, too, is for those of you that might be at home watching this right now, listening to us and thinking about, EA Sports tried that 15 years ago. Yep. Well, they did it wrong. And Incredible Technologies is a great team. They got
Brian Bernatowicz.
They have great people that work for them, and they did their homework. And they're doing things the right way here because you're still gonna when the PGA version becomes available for you to play. I think it's going to begin. It's going to start with commercial, and then they'll start rolling things out with Home Edition down the road.
Yep.
But you're still going to have your Golden Tee Live courses, and then you're going to have these 3 PGA courses. You're going to have 10 courses to play, Josh. You're going to have the 5 Golden Tee 2021 courses. You're going to have the Tropical Falls.
And I'm going to love it.
And then you're going to have the remastered Golden Tee. The old school. I think it's Suerte del Sol. I'm not sure exactly. And then you're going to add those.
That's what you're hoping for.
Well, the funny thing is Suerte del Sol, that's right around when I started. I have no memories of it, Josh. So I do. The one thing that I do remember is it's not an actual memory, but it's Jeff Sutniak telling me that I beat him on Suerte del Sol back in Chicago several years ago. But let's get back to this game here real quick, Josh. We got RCH, Rob Holtry here. He's out of Florida, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Chris Longino out of South Carolina.
Gino's.
He's just kind of tagging along here. Rob's really kind of.
Gino's not putting up much of a match, to be quite honest.
And you can see with the handicap there, you got Gino is a +6 and Rob's a -1. That means that Chris is down 7 strokes with handicap. And unfortunately for him, there's really not a whole lot of holes on Ante Cocos for him to get back.
Well, the good thing for Gino is yes, it's going to be tough to come back from that. That's a pretty big gap. But we just got to the meat of Ante. The front, yes, there's a couple holes where you can give some strokes up here and there. But this is where we're going to separate the men from the boys as far as what you can do, how you play Golden Tee. So there's multiple opportunities for Gino to hole out, and there's also multiple opportunities for his opponent to mess up.
And there was a shot right there. That was one of those opportunities to hole out. And there
you go.
And one of those things,
you look for opportunities like that to the seasoned player, it don't look that bad. But to a guy that is just here and there playing, your 10 games a week or something like that, you get into these pressure cooker situations. You have this uphill elevation that you have to deal with, and you second guess yourself.
Right, and you know what? I'm going to have to sign off right now.
Joe Ferguson, Ryan McCook. Joe Ferguson on 21.
For those that are able to hear the beautiful voice of Steve Sobel, you heard my name called, you know. Yep. So
I'll take it over.
Hey, Josh, been fun talking with you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go play. And for those listening at home, if you enjoy hearing my voice, I'll be back in about 20-25 minutes. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, good to talk to you, buddy. All right, so let's get back to the match. So RCH, Gino, the alpha playing. RCH just makes a good chip. Solid chip.
Machine 25.
Gino puts it in. Gino's still down by 3 after hole 12. So again, we're getting into the meat of the course. There's some room for Gino to get back into this. It's going to be tough. Gino just puts it out into the fairway. Let's see what RCH does.
Machine 30, Steve.
So RCH was a similar shot.
Matt Woods. Steven
setting it up for the
Langston.
second.
Matt Woods on 30. Steven Langston. Matt Woods on 30.
RCH puts it within about 35 feet. Gino's within about 15. And we move on to the next hole. So a 17 RCH, 14 Gino. And Gino, by the way, is giving RCH strokes. So Gino has a mountain to climb right now. Let's see if he can get back in this. So this right here, 294, it's not that bad of a look. Most people's going to hit a high T5 right here. You can cut the driver around the corner. Looks like that's what Gino's going to choose to do. Gino hits the shot and it just doesn't come back. The wind hangs it out. He doesn't cut it enough. So let's see what RCH does here. It's pretty loud, yes. Very. Right there, right there. Yep, very good. I didn't want to interrupt. We were talking, you know. Okay, so RCH hits the trees, and that could be a one-stroke swing. I mean, Gino still put it up there to where he could easily make birdie here. RCH just had to lay up in the sand, so we'll see how this shot goes. This is stroke 3, par 4. So it looks like he's going to par it. So Gino has a chance to gain strokes right here. So let's see if he can capitalize. He's got the 7 hybrid. Ooh, barely misses on the right side. That chip was really close, really close. So, you know, I mean, he didn't gain what he wanted to. He still took control of the tee box, though. So, you know, right now we've got a 5-stroke match. We've still got 4 holes to go. And, you know, there are 4 holes that you can gain some strokes. I mean, it really just is dependent on how you play it versus your play, you know. I mean, it could go either way. So, really, the pressure right now is on RCH. Can he hold the lead? Gino has no pressure. He's just playing, and he's going to shoot for everything. He's aiming for the hole. So, RCH, he puts it on the green. It's a good shot. I think Gino's really going to fire at this, though. He's playing stouts. 11-mile-an-hour wind. Looks like he's going with the 5-wood. And he's cutting it back in. Ooh. It was a good shot, but it was a little to the left.
For one with a chance at birdie. Drain that one.
Made putt by RCH. That was big.
With a birdie putt.
Gino makes his as well to follow up. So we go to the next hole. 18-16, Gino's still down by 5, but he has the tee box. So we go to Hole 16, which obviously on onside you can play to the left or the right depending on where the pin is. The pin is down to the left, so Gino puts it out on the island. And let's see if RCH follows suit. So RCH does follow suit. He didn't hit the greatest tee shot though, so let's see how this goes. I think Gino's in great position with the wind. He just needs to hit it out a touch to the left, maybe with some bite. He hits it naked.
Hurry now.
He doesn't hit it good. He doesn't hit it very hard at all. So RCH is up. He's got a 3-wood. I think he's going to hit. He's got backspin. He needs to hit it hard. He's short. He's short, ladies and gentlemen. He's bouncing back into the water.
Peter,
Oh no, he's in the sand.
Nice, easy touch.
We might have an interesting game for the last 2 holes. Let's see how this goes.
Continuing
that's not a gimme. So if Gino can make this chip, it would put a lot of pressure on his opponent, and he misses, unfortunately.
Right near the green.
He misses his comeback putt as well. So that was a big swing. If Gino could have made that chip or made that putt, that would have put a lot of pressure on his opponent. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to convert, and the lead is still 7 going into 17. So that may do it, but we'll see how the last 2 holes go. So RJH is hitting a 7-iron here. Looks like medium with some bite. It's going to be a chip down the hill. He can get away with the putt. It depends on what it looks like. Wasn't the best shot. Gino put some backspin on a 5 hybrid. Pretty decent shot. He's got a good putt. No big deal. He's going to be clean, and RCH throws it in there as well with the putt. So we're going to 18 clean. Gino apparently is down by 6. So, unfortunately, this game's over. It was a great game. Gino had some chances, but in all honesty, it doesn't matter how Gino played. I mean, RCH was going to win. So he played good. He earned it. And, that's what Golden Tee's all about. Stepping up to the box and just earning your win. So at the end of the day, I give him props. Yeah, cool. What do you want me to say?
Very nice.
Okay.
With club in hand, it's
Is there another stream? Okay, I didn't know if y'all had two streams.
Golfer 1 needing this
Okay.
for par. Golfer 2.
I can tell you if you show it to me. So that's Van Hooser, and if that's Jason Graham playing him, yep, that's Jason Graham. Matt Van Hooser, Jason Graham. That should be a very good game. Okay. La Chiavo, Jason. Yep. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yep. All right, so we're going over to the Jason Graham, Matt Van Hooser match. Looks like they're on hole 11, and we're gonna get up with the scores here in just a second. But this is Matt Van Hooser. and Jason Graham. I mean, two high-level players. You're talking about championship bracket players that typically qualify within the top 7 to top 20. So this should be a very interesting match. I would imagine that they're not giving each other strokes. So I'll be interested to see what it looks like after this hole. But I have played with both of these guys, and they are very good. They definitely understand the game. So the Blue Titan, that is who we have. That's Matt Van Hooser. He is a Titan player. He has not converted to the Stouts like everybody else. He refuses to do that, but he is still a very high-level player, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he is really good. I've played with him on my home machine, my home bar machine. He is a very solid player. Jason Graham, he's probably one of the best tournament qualifiers I've ever seen. He is a top 10 qualifier all day, so I know he knows what he's doing. Both of them's going to probably be shooting within a 20-foot circle. So I wouldn't expect much to be outside of that. Let's see what Van Hooser does here. This is a very interesting look for Titans, to be quite honest. He puts a little baby cut on it. Oh, man, he hits a phenomenal shot. Thank you, honey. So we got 16 to 15. So we've got a close match here going into hole 13. Jason Graham's on the tee box. It's just a standard little A1. Everybody's going to put it out there to play for their second shot. Sean. So Van Hooser does the same. Let's see who's got the honors. I believe it's going to be Van Hooser. Yep. So this shot is uphill. So you want to play it a little bit long, but you don't want to play it too long. It's kind of tricky, to be honest. And just like that, Van Hooser didn't want to play long. He hit it a little soft, and to be honest, he was about 15 yards short on his shot to really give it an honest effort. So you're kind of in that 6-wood, 8-wood range. It's tough to judge. I mean, you're going to see some good shots here and there, but most people are really just putting it up on the green. So they're going to take their putts and just move on. Pretty easy standard straight uphill putt. So it's 18-17. So Van Hooser has a one-stroke advantage because it looks like they are even as far as the handicap. So we're moving into 14. Now this right here, this specific scenario, this could be a game changer. I mean, it's 294, so I would imagine that both of them, especially Graham playing the Stouts, he's going to look at the high T5 wood to go straight over the trees, maybe with some backspin, and just spin it down to the hole. Van Hooser, with that wind, he may look to cut it around. So this could be a swing hole for sure. So, you know, that one-stroke advantage, it definitely could change in just a minute, to be quite honest. So let's see what Graham decides to do. It's going to be very interesting. It looks like he's going to wrap it around as well, which is kind of surprising. And he has the tree. So I think he should have went over the top. So, I mean, that's completely up to him. Van Hooser is going to go for the $362 hole-in-win. I tried to go for this earlier. I messed it up royally. I still got on the green, made my chip, made my eagle, but that's a tough shot, and that's the reason that it's $362. So, you know, if you guys want to get out there and play some Golden Tee and win some $362 hole-in-wins, by all means do it. You're going to have to earn it, though. So let's see what happens here. I love this shot. I don't think it's enough, and it's not. So this is going to be a chip-off. It's going to be interesting. So we could have possibly a tie after this hole, depending on how this chip-off goes. I like Jason Graham with this distance, with the stouts. He's going to hit it just a little harder than he normally does. Ooh, and he doesn't get enough. So he's still in the fringe. Van Hooser's got a great distance right here. I would love the 8-iron with some release. But, again, you know, he's a little short as well. I think some nerves are coming into this match. This could get very interesting. Both of those guys should have been on the green easily. So they're talking about things. Are they agreeing that something's wrong with the trackball? I don't know. But both of them don't like what happened with their chips. Because they're seasoned players. They should have both been on the green. All right, so Jason hits a standard shot right there and puts it in the hole. Van Hooser should follow, but the key word is should. I mean, there's room for error all the time in this game. So let's see if he can capitalize right here and move on. No damage. He misses. He misses. So we got a game, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we have a tie ball game going into hole 15. This is getting very interesting. And this is two of the guys. This is two of the guys that could really compete for this tournament, playing in this handicap. So this is going to get very interesting. I mean, this is very good content right here. So I love watching this. This is two of my favorite people in the whole Golden Tee community. This is two of the guys that if I was to pick a horse that's not your everyday pick for who's going to win this tournament, these would be my two guys. So Van Hooser chooses to elect to hit a 3-wood here. Hits it naked. It's a very good shot. Very safe shot. Putting the pressure on Graham to really come back and respond. Graham's going to choose to hit a 6-wood here. So he's got to hit this good. Otherwise, it's going to be short. And it is. It's short and to the left. But that's fine. It's still going to be a good putt, and they're going to move on.
Phil Reeser and John Dagg.
The 6-wood, though, it's a club that you really have to understand. And I know that Jason Graham does understand that club, but it's primarily short. So you really have to lay into it to get the distance that you really want out of it. So hole 16, the pin is on the bottom left. So everybody's really going to play for the island here. So Graham puts it over to the island. I expect Van Hooser to follow suit, although he is looking at the right side. He may choose to do it completely different. So with it being that tucked, I don't normally see people do this shot. But yes, he's going on the right side. He hit a medium driver with release. He put it in very good position, but I really like Graham's shot. I think that if Graham were to club down to a 3-wood here with some bite, with that 13-mile-an-hour wind, he would be very happy with his position after the shot. And then it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. He's kind of looking at the 4-wood, but the 3-wood, yes, he's going to go 3-wood with some backspin. I say hit it straight and just let it fall where it may, and look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's just straight downhill putt. That's as good as it can get. So we got Van Hooser here. It's a good shot. I mean, it's a 3-wood shot all day. I don't normally see people shooting to the bottom pin, but he does shoot a completely different game. He throws the bite on it, and he's going to get out here with eagle as well. So we're going to move on. And this is going to get really interesting. Hole 17, it can be a layup or it can be something that is very risk-reward. So it's going to be crazy how this sets up. Now this, it's not the craziest shot, but you can get in trouble in really trying to attack this. I think both of them are really going to take the 7 hybrid, especially Jason Graham here. 15, going to put some bite on it, and he's just going to either push it or thumb it up there, and it's going to be fine. So he chose to pull it back. It's fine. He hit it a couple yards longer. I thought he would push it. But Van Hooser playing the Titans, he's probably going to do some sort of a push because that 15 is there. It is present with him playing the Titans. He's going to move it all the way back in the box. He's going to put probably some backspin on it maybe. And he's either going to pull it back and hit it super soft or he's going to push it. And it should be very close. So he's going to pull it back and he's going to hit it super soft. And it is going to be, it's going to be fine. Well, it came off the front. He hit it a little too soft. So easy chip for Van Hooser. He should be perfectly fine. Maybe like an 8-iron. Put some bite, some release on it. Shouldn't matter. He hit that a little too soft. So, again, we have a swing hole. You know, the meat of Once is on the back. It doesn't look, you know, per se as tough as the middle, but the back is where you see mistakes because it challenges you. It shows you a look that you know you can do, but you still have to execute. And to me, that's what makes Once so challenging. Perfect example right here, hole 18. Now this looks like a shot that you would post on Golden Tee Fan or YouTube all day, holing it out. But you still have to execute the shot. It's tougher than you think. So, you know, I mean, right here, you know, Van Hooser, he's got his eyes set on it, especially with the Titans. This should be a slight baby cut, back into the wind, push it out around the trees with some bite, and he should be good. He's playing the backspin, so he's going to hit it a little bit harder than I thought he would. Oh, if he would have laid off that could have been a very good shot. So, I mean, you got to take your hats off to these guys. That was a very good match. Jason Graham's not going to miss that putt. He's just that guy. So, take your hat off. Very good match. That is 2 of the best players in the room, ladies and gentlemen, playing that match. And, you know, unfortunately, they had to play each other in the handicap. So, you know, we'll see what happens on the next one, but that was a very entertaining match. You know, what they were thinking about and how their motions were. You know, what their progression was and how they were going to hit those shots. So, you know, we're going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll be right back, and we'll have another match for you. And, you know, hopefully I'm going to find somebody that's going to commentate with me, and we're going to have it an even better stream. So give me a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. Thanks.
What a change in direction. Golfer 2 to strike the ball from a favorable lie. Golfer 1 with this for birdie. Golfer 2 with the blade and a birdie on the par 4. Ready at the tee. It's golfer 1.
Wow, that's really on target.
Golfer 2 on the tee.
That's a solid shot right there.
Golfer 2 with the putter. And a birdie. Golfer 1 for birdie. Ready to tee off. It's golfer 1. On tee now, it's golfer 2. Over to golfer 1. That's an eagle. Golfer 2 putting for birdie.
So we got Norbert Lewandowski.
Nice.
Can you hear me okay?
I got you. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, Norbert Lewandowski, I think Shane Ayers, his opponent.
Norbert is a player that's been around for a long time.
Norbs has been playing a while. Yes, he has. I don't know if he's been playing long enough to have played Tropical Falls the first time, but he's a contender.
Definitely a contender, yes. He's one of those guys. For those that don't know Norbs,
golfer 2
is
up at the tee.
What best was it? Cello?
He's a cellist. That's right.
He's a cello. One of the best. No, wait. Well, the best golden tee cellist in the world.
That seems reasonable to say.
But here we are in Tropical Falls, hole number 9.
Yeah. Trying to come in full.
That should be the sand.
A little spin here. What do you think, Peter?
That's the danger with the full shot.
He'll launch it if he gives it full power.
Right,
he gets a little overcooked. But he did a good job getting out of there.
Look at that. Wow, that's a beautiful chip. Now, we don't know what handicap is right now. We're going to find out here real quick where they're at exactly. This is the handicap tournament, Matt.
That is correct.
So, Matt, where are you at right now in the handicap tournament?
I am sitting at the announcer's table.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Matt, so if it makes you feel any better, I just shot a 30 under on Bahia, and I lost by 1 stroke in handicap. So, it happens in the best of us.
I'm not sure how that's supposed to make me feel better, but I feel sorry for you, buddy.
My goodness. I'll just pick my entry tomorrow, I guess.
Who is your opponent?
Oh, one of Teddy Jones's buddies out of Florida. So it is what it is. I
grab the putter and make provisions for the journey home.
You can only shoot 30 under on Bahia so many times, and hope to move on in the thing.
There you go.
But hey, life goes on. I'll pay my entry tomorrow because you know what? I plan on doing that anyways.
And your flight doesn't leave till Sunday.
And I'll tell you what, man.
You got to do something.
I would rather somebody else get in this tournament. We're expecting 150 some odd players tomorrow, right?
I think the sign-up list notionally is 179 right now.
Oh my goodness, 179 times you give the 10% players that do not show or do not come.
Right.
So you gotta give 20. So 179 comes out to about 160. That's a great turnout for Florida, COVID, pandemic, all that stuff going on.
If they will splash the screen or something.
We got a tie game. This is a match. We got a match, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, this going forward, it could stay tied. We might get 1 stroke maybe, but we know they're going to be close. We don't have to do a whole lot of math.
And he's laying up here, and which I don't blame him.
That's not a great look. Yeah.
So Matt, for those that are just chiming in, we've got Tropical Falls here, which is one of the remastered courses.
Ready to tee off.
Not a whole lot of the current Golden Tee players have seen this before. Now, Matt, did you play Tropical Falls at all?
I did play.
Do you remember
Tropical
it?
Falls was, I think, probably the second or so year that I started playing tournament play, Do I remember it? Yeah. And, well, actually, it was funny. I do remember playing it. I remember being very bad at it.
Right.
But what was really funny is when it came out, I was super excited because there was this one hole, and I was like, yes, I really remember that hole. I really want to play it. And I went and played the remastered version. The hole's not in the course at all. And then I realized it was on a different course.
Oh.
It was a Ridgewood hole.
Oh, well, there goes that idea, right?
Yeah. But, no, this is a great course. I really do like this course. I'm glad we're going to have it match play because there's just so many holes that can swing a match, both in all the environments, right? We're handicapped here. There's obviously plenty of holes that can move around for these guys. And even once the pros start hitting this stuff on Sunday, it's going to be the exact same way. They're going to have pressure on them to hit good shots from about hole 4 on. I mean, it's a whole course test.
Exactly, and especially like this hole, for example, you're going to see a putt in for par right there, and then you're going to see, I believe, a putt in for birdie. But this is one of the ultimate risk-reward, courses that's ever been, remastered by Golden Tee, because you've got par 4s that are drivable that if you don't make them, you're lucky to get a par.
Yeah,
right.
The drops are definitely punishing for a lot of these these holes rather.
And this is a pretty simple look. Norbs is thinking about holding this out right now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He's gonna put some. I'm surprised about the backspin. I put a bite on this myself.
Yeah, I think
that's not going to go in the hole. We're not going to.
I think visually on this hole, it looks like it slopes way down from you because the hole's below you, but it's just a down 2, right? You got the tailwind, you got the down 2, you got it's below your feet, obviously. So there's a lot of things going on there, but yeah, the backspin probably a little aggressive. If you're going to hold it out with backspin, you have to land it between the pin and the water.
Exactly.
It's super dangerous. So I like to play here a little bit better is let it be.
And the water, which Matt just mentioned, you've got 2 different color tones of water. For those that were looking at it, you see the blue around the green and the light blue, on the left side.
Ocean water there.
Right, and that's part of the whole remastered, version of the game, where it's just these courses were. They were designed to serve. Oh, here we go. So this is a turning point hole right here, Matt.
Yeah, this one is tough to figure your distance on. I'll be honest, I'm still struggling with the distance on the.
He's playing grabbers, which is okay, honestly.
Yeah.
But he's not going to want to hit the 8.5. The 8.5 is going to go too far with that 12 wind.
This is more like a 3-wood. Oh, he did just kind of
shove it. It's gone. It's gone.
Too far. Oh,
oh my goodness! Norbert Lewandowski just holds the green like the cellist to that wood.
I cannot believe it.
Oh my goodness! So here we are standing
the
corrected.
touch of a musician too.
Yes.
Yeah, Norbs, we're sorry. If you watch this, we're
pressure
sorry.
on.
I think this is the club. I really like the 3.
Yeah, I do too.
He got.
But
what ball is we got?
But he's not playing slouch, though, is he? No, he's not. So this has potential. If he gets a little too aggressive, of going a little too far with that 12 downwind.
It's gonna come back. It'll be all right.
No, he's gone.
Oh man,
he's
gone.
Traveling.
He's saying the same exact thing.
So like we were saying, Matt.
Tough distance to judge there.
And all of a sudden, we've got ourselves a great match.
This drop right here, people hate this drop because it puts you right in between those two. If you have a sand wedge, great. But every other club seems to be gap wedge too much, lob wedge not enough.
And it's not just this drop, Matt. It's the drop on every single hole on this course.
Yeah.
If you don't make it,
they're all very similar distance.
The way the game was played, 15, 20 years ago, the drops that they're giving you right now, that risk reward is still different. I'd like to mention real quick. I just glanced over at the beverage that our friend Matt Van Hooser was drinking. Yingling. Oh, it's so good to be in Yingling country.
It is.
Matt,
as both of us being. Well, you're not.
I'm in Illinois. I'm in
Missouri. We can't get that there.
No. But I do believe that there's a Coors Yingling, relationship in the works to where it's going to be available for folks like us.
That would be outstanding.
But aside from that, Matt. So Matt, being the MC of several Golden Tee tournaments. How is it just coming here and just being you? You got nothing to worry about, right? Here you are in Orlando, just coming here to play Golden Tees. How's it going with you tonight?
And as you know, through the Midwest this week, it snowed.
Yeah,
it snowed in the Midwest this week earlier.
And,
so that makes Orlando
Mother
just
Nature was a little bit high on 420, wasn't she?
Makes Orlando just that much sweeter when you get in here.
Golfer 2.
We played the golf today. That was super fun. Nice course that Lee Chepnick hooked up for us.
Yeah, Lee Chepnick being a local Florida player,
Come on, straight back.
he knows the right people. I'm not much of a golfer. I can't get in.
Let's be
Friday morning, but it's it's always great. One of the best parts about coming to a tournament here, in Florida, is knowing the right people and having.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but here's another one.
Yeah, for sure. But knowing the right people, real quick, and having the opportunity to play in a really nice course here in Florida. But this is one of those holes right now where this is a turning point.
Yeah.
This is the last hole of this course that's difficult. In all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, there's opportunities to screw up someone else with a bad shot, but this is really the one that challenged you to hit a good one. And he looks like
he missed a tree. It's the left. It's on the green. That's a great shot.
Trickle on down there.
He's going to have it'll be a little bit of a putter or chip, but
and I tell you what, he's probably not going to want to chip that with that water behind. But
no,
he might have to do it anyways.
Exactly, Matt.
So we'll see what Josh draws up here. I think that's Josh Hours.
So for those that are watching the seeing the Hours versus Norby, that's a great shot.
Oh yeah, it's all up in there.
Yeah, he's fine. Should be okay. The problem is with a shot like that, knowing that you're stuck on the fringe, you might play it a little bit too far to the left.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised here, Matt.
I think he's going to miss that on the
if he misses it high side to the left, just because he's thinking a little bit too hard about it.
I could see that if he was playing. Oh, nice chip, Norbs. Oh, just to get it by.
Returning.
If he was looking at that, if he was watching that one, the way that came in there, it kind of just touched that fringe and stopped. Nice
That's
play.
a great putt.
And so you kind of got to watch that. You want to watch those shots because they do. You can kind of tell with the way that they come in there how far they're going to go in, into the fringe. There, you can kind of get a judge on how it's going to affect your ball.
You got to time, Matt. This is a great match right here, Matt.
Yeah, this is great. And a tough setup. Look at this. I mean,
for those that are watching, so you got two options here. Honestly, I prefer the one option. Just hit a high.
Blast away.
Just blast it up there in the top
he's
part.
Try the bottom tier. That's going to be a little too close.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this shot right here, honestly.
Especially with that much wind in your face. It's tough to get the ball far enough.
You tee it high and you put it up on that little peninsula.
With this look in particular, where you're kind of tucked behind those palm trees a little bit, I like what Norb's looking at here because you can land it on the strip there. Keep your spin with a club like a 5-wood, 4-wood, 3-wood kind of thing, and have a little bit more control. There's plenty of distance from there to get to the hole. So this is an option here because you're going to have to turn the ball anyways, and turn that ball with a high tee with that much wind. Obviously, two non-stout guys talking about this, but with that much space, it's real easy to miss the amount of turn that you need for that.
But
he's
a grabber. He's a grabber player, though.
That's right. That's right.
So if he ends up laying it up there on that peninsula, you can see that ball marker at 244. He's going to go up a club.
Yeah,
so we got 259, maybe you take that 259, you minus that 569. He's still going to have about a driver or a 3
it's a 10 and a half in there. Yeah. Which is actually kind of nice.
All he needs is green, and he's short.
So short.
Darn it.
Golf is
short. Yeah, you get a 10.5 from up there, and then actually with that crosswind there, that's kind of nice too, because then you kind of, with that low trajectory of a club, you kind of take some of that wind out.
But look at this. So he can get to the green. He can get birdie still.
Yep. So here's his layup. He can still get birdie.
And we don't know what kind of look his opponent's going to have.
And honestly, I think he's too close. I really do. I don't think he's going to have a shot at it, which means he'd be looking at birdie as well.
Right. And with this 13 wind going over here about 7 or 8 o'clock, he's got to pop this driver. I don't like this shot. I don't like this at all. No, it's water.
Yeah, it's wet.
Oh my gosh, he got a skip.
He got the skip.
They're it's a silly game,
doing as much as they can to prove us wrong. That's long. This is long.
But this is not. See, and I don't know this layup spot. I don't understand this layup spot. If you're gonna play this game, just hit it long and go up. So he's laying up. Look at that.
You have to. Like that. That layup spot there, you have to be farther back, which is counterintuitive because you want to get closer to have a better club. You have to be farther back because the fairway has a hill there that gives you the elevation you need to get over the rock wall there.
So let's talk about 17 is usually a pretty simple setup.
So 17 can be hard.
It can be hard depending on which way the wind's
you've
pointing.
got at least one grabber player here, right? So,
but 18 is also a pretty simple setup, right? So we're going into the last 2 holes. This is a crucial chip by Norris. This is one of those chips. Like if you make this, you have an opportunity to win this match.
Absolutely.
And he did.
That's chip.
And he's happy with that.
That's his impressed face. Yep,
yeah.
See, he's super impressed with himself right there. Okay, so that wind blowing towards the wall helps.
Yeah, we don't know what he's playing, what kind of ball. We know Norbs is not playing stout. The stouts, for those that are wondering, several players play stouts.
There's a couple.
What it does is it does eliminate half of the. West water that's gone. Norbert's got huge. The door is open for Norbert Lewandowski.
And for a grabber player like this is just like a click
go right one
straight.
Yep, just thumb it up there. Let the wind take it back. Don't put bite on it. Just hit it.
Doesn't matter.
Which is what he's going to do.
The slope of the green is going to stop your ball from going up there, and you're set. 2 strokes, just like green.
This is a tough putt for par.
I can't see. I mean, this is really hard to make. It's going to be.
High side.
Actually, got a high side. I'm surprised by that. He's probably surprised too because that's
hard to do.
All over
it's extremely hard to do.
Low side all over.
Norbs makes this, and the ball is in his court going into his. Now, hole 18 here, Matt. Hole 18 is pretty easy, but the problem is that there's a chance that the pin might be tucked on the left or the right side. If the pin's tucked on the left or the right side, this is an interesting ball game, and it is right there in the middle with a 12 downwind. He's going to hit the 5-wood with backspin. This should be a win for Norbert Lewandowski out of South Carolina, the cellist, the best cellist of Golden Tee Golf.
That is correct. If your cellist plays Golden Tee Golf,
hit it a little bit long, a little longer than he wanted to, probably, but he's okay.
He's got a 2-stroke lead, right? On is good. 2-stroke lead in 18, on is good.
So, Matt, let's talk a little bit about the game of Golden Tee, because I'm pretty sure we've got ourselves a final score here of Norbert Lewandowski. Let's talk a little bit about the PGA game that's coming our way here in a little bit. What are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to? I mean, I'll start by this. I'll voice some of my things real quick, and I'll let you kind of piggyback on it.
How about why don't you go first?
Okay, yeah, that's my plan, Matt. So, me being a full-time Goldie player, it gives me the peace of mind knowing that Incredible Technologies is working really hard to bring more interesting things to us. Mm-hmm. I think having the PGA courses is huge. It's something that I never thought would actually happen. We look back as players that we've been around long enough to know that it failed in the past.
We saw them try.
We saw
with a platform that seemed like it was set up for success. Right, they had the Tiger Woods basis of code. They had all the courses already there. They were ready to go, and
And it just didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah, for whatever reason, right? I'm not on the details of all that, but it just didn't work.
And we'll talk about this for another minute. You know, here we are with Danton Jim, who is Jim Pickle, I believe.
Danton Jim Pickle, that's right. He used to live in Kansas City. Now lives
and now
here
he's in Florida. He moved here recently.
He
to Florida.
Retired and made his home down here.
And we've got the Cow Cycle, who's sporting the number 14 jersey. We don't know Cow Cycle.
Seeking.
We'll find out more about him here shortly.
Absolutely.
But as far as the PGA stuff goes, you know, for someone like myself that relies on Golden Tee, you know, for a living, it gives me that peace of mind knowing that Incredible Technologies is behind, you know, bringing more to the table and having a product out there that is that they want people to consume for years to come, right?
And I think one of the I rewatched the interview that Adam Kramer did in February when they did the announcement for this, and I think the thing that I heard in there that I heard it before too that encouraged me the most. The PGA approached IT saying, "Hey, you know how to do this,
right?
We want you to help us do the same thing, but
you do your thing.
You do your thing for us, right?" And I think that's really encouraging because, like I said, it is a nice long agreement between the two entities there, and so you're not worried about, well, I got to get it right the first time, otherwise it's going to go away, right? You don't have that, right? You can have a little bit of a growing pain if you really want to, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think they're going to knock it out of the park.
And I think they will too, man. I think that the folks behind the scenes, you know, and shout out to Adam Kramer, Kevin Lindsay, and all the QA folks that have been working hard on this. I know that you've had some watchdog stuff that's been going on. You've had some issues some fires you've had to put out.
And I'll tell you what, as a person who's inclined for code and software and things like that as part of my normal paying job, I feel for them.
Right.
I know.
It's a needle in a haystack, right, Matt? Seriously.
It is a really wicked thing to try and figure out what they're trying to do right now, and I'm sure that they've been burning more than the midnight oil. They got any oil they can find. They're probably sacrificing chickens like Serrano, right? I mean, anything they can think of at this point to get that thing fixed. So.
And I agree with you 100%, and I'll be the first person to say, you know, I've been pretty vocal over the months about technology, but
it is critical.
Yeah, a little bit critical, but at the same time,
from a good place.
I do understand, you know, the time and the effort that goes into it. You know, so I'm going to take this opportunity right now for those that are watching, you know, listening to us to, you know, thank the fine folks behind the scenes at Incredible Technologies that work on a little long. That work on finding that needle in the haystack, and finding a needle in the haystack when you're out on the farm is one thing, but when you're looking for a needle in the haystack when it comes to coding, Matt, that is it's a whole other world, you know. And these guys have been working so hard for several months, knowing that this has, you know, a huge, you know, part of the new platform that's going to be coming out, and they want to make sure that everything turns out right.
Absolutely. So here we are
on the beautiful woods. Is Montes of Bios, right? So Matt, I want your thoughts on Monte, and I'll give some of my thoughts. So when you first played Golden Tee 2021 and you saw Montes of Bios, what were your thoughts?
I'll back it up a little bit. When I saw the trailers for Golden Tee 2021 and I saw Montes of Bios, I was super excited. I saw the trailers and this is going to be a very large challenge. The players are going to have a tough time because this is unprecedented elevation that we've got to deal with on this course, specifically in the downward direction.
Exactly.
And then when I played the course, I was proven correct. Right, it is a huge challenge for players to navigate this course. There's a lot of obstacles. The elevation and the wind matter a lot on this because of how long the ball is in the air with that elevation. And I know where you're trying to lead with this. I'm not even let you walk yourself over there.
I'm not going there, man. I'm not going there. I'm not going to go.
I think Adam and Kevin lobbying for 18 to be 18. I do like that. I like that hole there.
Yeah.
Certainly, there's a couple setups I could do without with our equipment choice, but you know, in the end of the day, it is our equipment choice.
Right. So Matt. And when Matt's talking about equipment choice, he's talking about, you know, what balls we choose to use. We're not going to go that route.
No, we're not going there
because it'd be a waste.
We're just going to hint it going over and over and over.
I do want to go on the record and say, you know, when I first started playing these courses, Matt, you know, I posted on Facebook saying this is one of the best courses that Jim Z's ever designed.
And
I love it. I think the elevation is great. Yeah, there's a certain equipment that take away from the love, or whatever. But go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, I'd say one of the other things about that course that you really have to know, we've switched over to tropical here with
that's water.
Oh no.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Golfer 1 is away.
But one of the things about that course that
I bit less power.
like about it is you have to be very, very patient.
Right.
Because you start off scoring the horse, and there's a couple holes that can open up or not be open with 2 and 5 or 6, whichever that was. And more than likely, you're going to be at 13 under after 9, and you feel like you're just not getting there. And even as you go through the course, you're getting to hole 13, 14. You're just 20 maybe, right? If you're on par, you're shooting your game. I'm 20 maybe, something. And then those last 3 holes,
they
can get your goat. But if they don't, you've got
doesn't matter what equipment you're using.
You've got 6 strokes in those last 3 holes that are packed in. So the scoring-wise, if you're looking at, if you're checking the scoreboard as you go, it feels like you're not getting there. It feels like you're not doing something right. It's almost a pressure from the number itself that is in your head as you're playing the game. If you're that sorts of things. So I really do like that about that course. That it's almost a back-end scoring type of setup that really does different things to your head as you play.
Oh, for sure, man. For those that are just tuning in, Matt was talking about Montes Bios, which was what we were watching before, but here we are on Tropical Falls, which is kind of press that rewind button real quick, Matt, and going back to where
we didn't get to the front half. We didn't get to the front half here, so
I don't like this shot here. I'm going to be honest. This is not in the green. This is going to hit a tree. And the problem is, so for those that are watching and listening, I'm going to crack the code for you. It's an A2. All right, hit an A2 high 6-wood or 5-wood.
You can go straight over,
You'll get in between the 2 trees that they're trying to get through.
You've got to look at, it's a little V, that old guy right there. You can't see because we're pointing at it.
But Jason's not going to hit this.
I know Jason. Go high tee around.
He's a great golfer. Unfortunately for him, he just I don't see him hitting this shot here.
He did clear it.
He cleared it, and he got on the green.
We're learning something new every day, buddy.
Man. Who's this Jason Graham guy? The pink-faced guy that doesn't believe in sunblock when you're playing golf all day on a Friday
no hats,
in Orlando.
None of that.
Might have needed a little more
think
mustard.
The Texan base, right?
You would think so. Texas to Florida, they go good. But here we are, Matt. We're in beautiful St. Cloud, Florida, at the beautiful Sidelines Bar and Grill. Oh my goodness, it's huge. It's huge.
And it's packed.
It's packed.
And it's packed.
But it doesn't seem packed because it's so spread out so nicely, right?
They've done a nice job with arranging the rooms so that there is space for the players to move. There's space for spectators to be and be able to see matches. They've obviously this is one of the longer, if not the longest running venue for PEGT now.
Very well. This is my second time here.
They've got some stuff figured out.
Yeah. It's great. I think down the road, if we're going to have this many people, I could see some pool tables being lifted and moved out of the way a little bit.
They started that, right? Like you said, it's only your second time here, but it used to be that they'd leave the pool tables in the middle area over here, which was okay. And so that's 6 machines there that wouldn't be there. And room to move around. So they've done some of that with mobilizing the pool tables. Obviously, getting a pool table out of a location is a huge pain in the butt. The vendor doesn't want to do it. They're huge and heavy, and where they're going to put them, right? They don't have another place to go put these things.
For sure, man. Totally agree, 100%.
Golfer 2, first
but we got and here we are in Tropical.
Here's where the fun starts.
So let's go back to Tropical. This is one of those setups to where it's not there.
This is a layup setup.
Yeah, this is a layup set. Now there's a look to where if you were a little bit further right, then you can kind of go around with more of a C3, C2ish kind of shot to get in the green.
Right.
But not today.
And even if it's there. In this setup, right? Look over the pin's at.
Yeah.
It's all the way down there by that water. Your shot is going to move you left a lot. At best, you're looking at a 55-foot putt or something like that.
Oh my goodness! If you find a way to get through there.
And really, like you said, I think this is just kind of closed down right now. There's just not any room there. But as has happened several times, we may get proven wrong.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first. Won't be the last. But I think Jason's going to do the smart thing here. And it's too early to press like that. It's too early to probably risk the strokes for the handicap. I'm going to guess, based on playing with Jason previously, that he's giving strokes in this match. I don't know how many. But when you're giving strokes, you don't want to give them up.
Yeah, especially to a guy that's
on something like this, because then what's he going second? He lays it up, he makes birdie, you make par. Oh, now you're down one when you're giving him strokes. So yeah, there's definitely some strategy early on in play on this course, just due to the handicap nature and to the setup on this hole.
And you never want to give up strokes to a guy that's giggity. I mean, he's obviously in a good mood,
Well, sure.
And he's just got nothing to lose, and he just
What do you think?
laid
You
up.
think he could pass for Quagmire?
Pass for what?
Quagmire, who says giggity giggity. That's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
name. You think he could pass for Quagmire? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. The big chin.
But I'll be honest, Matt. Like this is everything is going pretty darn smooth. Here we are. We've got.
Yep.
I'm going to guesstimate over 100 people in this handicap tournament, right?
It was 137. I actually checked.
Guesstimate. We'll round up from 100 to 137.
That's how you do that.
And then that's great. And for those that don't know what the handicap tournament's about, what it is that it's in a hole.
That's how you make Eagle.
That was cup right there.
That is how you make Eagle on that setup right there.
There is no doubt about that. Nice shot, Jason.
Not a shot.
Yeah. Walk back and enjoy it. But for those that don't know, what were we talking about?
The handicap
tournament.
Handicap tournament is a way for players to get into the main event. Honestly, you pay $25, kind of a satellite event to the main event. And that's all well and good. A lot of the guys that play in this handicap tournament show up to play the handicap tournament. The main event's not in their head. They just want to play the handicap tournament. They feel like they have a shot at the format. And honestly, for a person who's played less than some of the other guys, it does put them on a level playing field to some extent with those guys in this competitive format. So it's a good way to come in, learn a lot of shots, as we're doing on the stream right now live, and still get a chance to kind of feel the competitive juices of a tournament scene. Without having to go through the whole main event weekend, or commit to that.
And you got an opportunity, even if you're local, if you're in the St. Cloud or Orlando area, you can just come out to this event and you can, obviously it's too late, but
for the handicap tournament.
But for the handicap tournament, you can get in, you spend $25 and you got a good opportunity to get into the next tournament for free. Unfortunately for guys like me, sometimes you shoot a 30 under on Baja Ria and it's just not good enough, Matt. It is what it is.
What I'm really glad about, though, is that you, as a player of great experience like you are, you've got the persona to be able to let that kind of thing just let that wash right off.
I play in these handicap tournaments, Matt, for just for the experience. Yeah. It's actually, whether you win or lose, it's more of just kind of like, okay, it gives you that match play experience, so it allows, it kind of gives you a little bit of a for tomorrow, or not for tomorrow, excuse me, but for Sunday, it gives you the opportunity to have that actual match play against somebody, whether you win or lose. It really doesn't matter.
And a lot of times, like we said, a lot of times you're going to run into a player here that you've never played with or played against or any of that, or they've never played their first Golden Tee match in a tournament setting, right? So that's super fun, I think. It's not every day you get to do that. I didn't get that opportunity this time. I played two guys I played before, which is fine too. But yeah, it's nice to be able to run into those kind of situations and, hey, maybe make a new friend.
Right. So
and dominate them at Golden Tee.
Right. So I was briefly looking over at Jason Graham's outfit, and for those that don't know, if you're new to Golden Tee, you can download the GT Caddy. You can dress yourself. You can pick out your headgear, your shirt, your pants, your shoes.
You can get close to the game.
But
lots of different outfits.
But if anybody is tuning in from the Chicagoland area,
that's close.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but we're looking back a couple of decades ago. But there's the Eagle Man. I've got something for you. So if you're watching and you see the eagle head, it's just one of those things to where you can appreciate the eagle head on Jason Graham's.
I just thought he was trying to be patriotic.
It could be patriotic. It could be the Eagle Man from back in the day in Chicagoland commercials. We'll never know, man.
We will never know.
And speaking of Chicagoland, incredible technologies based out of the Chicagoland area, doing their thing, whether it be with video gaming or the amusement side, just doing it right. Just always finding a way to.
Hole.
It's a little bit short.
On tee now.
But it's always finding a way to do it right, you know? It's I don't know about you, Matt, but whether it's the courses or no matter what it is, there's always something that is introduced where it's like, really, how do they do that? Who thought of that? Because we sure as hell know it wasn't Adam or Kevin. You know.
So Jim probably thought of it.
So it's like, who thought of that?
And then Adam and Kevin find a way to make it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It sound like it was kind of their thing. And then they tell Jim, and then they give Jim all the credit after that. But here's what we did.
Yeah, for sure. and for those that don't know, Jim. Being Jim Zielinski, the mastermind behind creating all the courses of Golden Tee Golf. I want to talk about a quick story here real quick.
Don't do that.
That's wonderful. While we're on, Matt, I had a great conversation with Jim a couple of years ago in Vegas, and it was more about the whole, you know, how about you do this to the game? And one of my ideas was, after you hit a shot, what if it showed you, say you didn't hit backspin, what if it showed you where the ball would have gone with backspin?
What if I did something different kind of
thing? What if it did something different? And the first thing he says was, well, you think it'd make money, you know? And it's like, all right, well, you know, and you think about it, it's like, well, you know, people play the hole and win if the state allows you to do it. I don't know. But just to... It was just one of those interesting concepts to where I really enjoyed the fact that I had a really good idea, and Jim's like, well, what would you pay a quarter for that, Brian B?
This was his way of telling me he didn't like your idea.
Yeah, and it's great, but you know, but Jim Z.
Oh, he didn't hit much of that. He's got to get up, right?
That's short. But Jim Zielinski, he has been behind this, and when I say behind the scenes, it's an understatement. I mean, nobody knows Jim Z. People play Golden Tee. If you're not,
too. He had a chance right there.
Did you see that one sink?
My goodness,
he even clubbed up.
That's a tough 4-mile-an-hour wind, Matt. What the hell's going on here, Matt?
4:14,
okay,
right?
we got to go back to this game here real quick. What the hell is going on in this game?
Well, honestly, these two players are kind of flattering. But hey, you know, tropical, it kind of gets your head. But yeah, it's getting late in the day. That may have an effect on some players, right? Out at the golf course all day. Not sure what their hydration level was, right? I'm not sure. But yeah, they're having a rough go at a couple of these last few holes.
You can see the look on Jason's face, right? I mean, he is not happy.
He couldn't believe that the shot didn't go, and it was short by 20 yards.
Ready to tee off. It's
D-Money is shouting his face off because he's D-Money and he shouts his face off.
Yeah, and D-Money being Des.
He's finally back at tournaments. He's been trying forever, and all of a sudden he feels like he needs to interject
But the funniest
his
part, Matt,
me.
The funniest part is he's talking to us like he thinks we're talking about his game. He's not on the stream right now.
He is not.
You know, so we're going to focus back on Rickman and Graham here. This is the hole.
He's trying to pick between a full and the curve shot. What's your preference here?
I hit a 5-wood high right here.
You like this from this?
Yeah, this is going to hit the tree. It's going to be wet.
Oh, he's got to get it out. He did get it out. Now it's going to be
It's going to be sand.
Well, sand's better than wet.
That's right.
And as we saw last game,
unless it's wet sand.
Golfer 2 on the tee.
But here you go. I've got something for you.
You stymied me. I have been hitting this from the straighter look. I've been hitting that shot a lot, and
this is one of those holes where it looks a lot more difficult than it actually really is.
The green's actually really big.
You just got to swing it out to the left-hand side and bring it back into the green.
Really, yeah. The left 8 is a great backboard for the shot that you're trying to hit, so it helps slow the ball down, assuming you can hit the correct part of the green. You got to really focus on your landing spot and the shape of your shot. How the shape of your shot's going to affect the rollout after it hits that green.
But I'll be honest, Matt, I'm not confident in Jason's game right now.
I don't think Jason's confident in Jason's game right now, but he hit a decent one there.
That's a great shot right there for
Jason. He
Jason.
hit a decent one there.
He needed that.
He did. He needed to pick me up after that last hole because he really did have. Didn't hit that bad of a shot off the tee, but it did go in the water. It just kind of kept on rolling on him, which I think
that's
surprised
short.
him. Oh, you know.
Not
bad.
And then he compounded the mistake by leaving the second one short. And the reason that's a compounded mistake, not just because it got wet, because that pin's in the front, you have nothing but room behind that pin.
Exactly.
You leave it long, you might miss your putt, you might not, but you don't go wet. You give yourself a chance. Make that birdie.
Golfer 2 on the green.
So hole
trying
10 is
to
going to come
eagle.
up here. Now, I want to mention real quick, it's an interesting hole because it can be real easy and it can be real hard.
There is a ton of variability on this little hole.
And this is one of those, look where that pin's at, tucked on the top right.
This is one of those looks that makes you want to leave it naked, let it run through the green.
This isn't too bad, actually, Matt. This is not that bad.
You got to pick your.
You got to make sure you hit it, though.
You got to pick your speed. That's right.
There's a good chance you could leave it short about 50 feet if you don't hit it hard enough.
Because he's scared of it going long through there. Oh, yeah,
that's a great shot. That's a beautiful shot.
We haven't went over the tee selection, so I didn't tell that was high tee, but that was definitely high tee.
I got a strange feeling we're going to have Rickman here being a little bit short of the green. I don't know if he's playing stouts or not, but I got a strange feeling it'll be about 40 or 50 feet.
I just hope he doesn't push this because a lot of times it'll come up short.
Unfortunately for Rickman, I see a missed putt in his future.
No, Jason's going to make it for him.
Or I stand corrected. He's going to be closer.
Over and over again, these players are proving you wrong.
Wow, who is this Rickman guy? Who is this guy? Where is he from, and what do I not know about him?
I don't know the answer to any of this question.
So we're going to do some quick research here on Giggity and see what the hell's going on. Because
pull him on the GT Caddy app.
What we do have is hole 11. The hardest hole on Tropical Falls. I mean, it really is. This is it's a make or breaking kind of hole, and the wind blowing 6 to the 4 o'clock there.
Yeah, about that. And he's trying to decide if he can hit a full in there or if he doesn't want to touch this thing. And I have a feeling he's going to eventually decide that he doesn't want to touch this thing.
This is more of one of those shots where you kind of want to lay it on the fairway and let your opponent choose what to do, for his next
like I said, it would probably be helpful for the decision making if we knew what the spread was on the handicaps here. We don't. It's probably a different situation if the earlier mistakes, if Jason thinks those are going to cost him, he really needs to buy this stroke here.
Right.
But so think about it this way: even if you make the miracle shot, even if you land the green and are able to knock it in for eagle, your opponent behind you plays the easy shot, puts it on the green, makes it. You've gained 1. You're not gaining 2 here.
No.
Unless your opponent loses his mind.
Right.
And see, there you go. He's finally talked himself into backing down. He's going to pop that 5 bird out in the fairway. That's exactly what he should do. Make your birdie move along. Fight another day.
On tee now. It's golfer 1.
So you can tell from his reaction. You can tell from Chase right. He really, really wanted that to be able to be there because he felt that he could gain a stroke or two potentially.
So I want to throw out. So thanks to incredible technologies and the fine team that works behind the GT Caddy app, it's real easy to search for players.
Yes.
I did find DJ Rickman here, who plays this Diggity. He's out of Rome, Georgia.
Giggity.
He's got Jiggity or Giggity, whatever.
We'll get you there. We'll work on it.
He's an average score of about 15 under. He's a 23.58 handicap.
Okay,
rounds up to 24.
So I'm and Jason's at a 28 rounded.
So we're at a 4-stroke differential here.
Looking at 4.
Rome, Georgia. I don't know a whole lot of people out of Rome, Georgia, but what I can say is that Georgia's got a heck of a Golden Tee following.
They do.
Whether it be Wade Kids or Dutch Williams from back in the day.
Very long time.
The Atlanta, Georgia area, and I hate to assume that Rome is near Atlanta. I'm sorry. I do not have a map in front of me right now.
It's just like everything in Illinois is next to Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything in Georgia is
We'll
close to
assume
Atlanta.
that Rome is within 200 miles of Atlanta. But whether it be Dutch Williams or Wade Kids or whoever else, whether it's Mazzi's in Atlanta, there's a lot of great Golden Tee out of the Georgia area. So I feel it's safe to assume that DJ here has learned some of his Golden Tee knowledge from some of the guys there in the Atlanta area.
I would assume that Adam Harris and that crew has probably Graham Bratcher.
But does Adam Harris ever leave it? Does he leave his house or no?
I can't. I'm not going to speak for that. I don't know. I definitely see him on the leaderboards in the home edition from time to time.
Okay, yeah, I'll bet you do. I mean, I know Adam. Adam being he plays a splat. He got second place here last year. Or did he win it or
no? Second to Chris Brewer.
Yeah, second to Chris Brewer.
2 years ago, right? Or no, it wasn't.
Yeah, no.
We were still open.
It'd be last year, February of 2020. Just a couple months before the COVID pandemic hit us.
So we've got the same setup. It's taken us 13 holes to figure out the same setup as last round. Somehow. But hey, last time what happened, right? Distances a problem here. There was a thumb 10.5 job in there, the bite. That one worked somehow. We didn't think it was going to. There was a 3-wood that flew over the top. So the stouts, you're looking at a 6-wind.
Oh, that's a great shot. That's perfect. That's
Stouts
good.
are 6-wind. Just pops that 10.5 on there. That's going to be about right. I don't know what ball that is. I'm terrible with the colors on the ball boxes.
Yeah, I mean.
But, yeah, it looks like he's going to hit the same type shot. We're going to just go ahead and assume he's stouting it up right now and let this distance determine it. 112, just on the short side.
It's short.
Yeah, that's a stouter. Oh, it almost got the lovely bounce there. Did you see that off the top of the hill there? I have seen some. I'm surprised. We will definitely see some shots of the week coming from this hole, not just because the elevation and stuff. There is an opportunity on that one, especially a spot like that. If you leave it just a hair short, you hit the front of the island that is the green, hits those rocks, comes back, hits the mountain rocks, and goes back on the green. Oh, yeah.
Has that ever happened to you, man?
It happened to me last night.
Oh, now there you go. Hey.
And it almost did go in the hole. I think I missed it. I think it was 8 feet. So, yeah, that one's going to show up on Shots of the Week at some point.
All right. Well, there you go. And Shots of the Week, for those of you that don't know, you can view those the top 5 shots of the week that are, chosen by Kerbal Technologies, whether it be on their Facebook page or on the machines. You go to your bar, you press the spin button a few times, and you'll see some of those shots of the week, and you can be as good as the best players in the world.
Travis Wrestler on the selection committee.
T-Rav, yeah.
T-Rav Wrestler.
T-Rav Wrestler. I'll tell you what, Travis. I know Kevin. Kevin told me that he's going to pass the torch to you. You're doing a wonderful job,
Way
Travis.
Better than Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin who? But yeah, Travis, keep on keeping on, man. You're doing a great job for IT. You're selecting some great holes for the events mode. Events, and for those that are wondering, when I mention events mode, when you go out to the public and you play in a commercial machine.
We have events at home machine too.
Right, but the events on the commercial is different than the events on the home edition. But I think it's depending on the week, it is the same.
It's usually the same holes, but a different format.
Right, but Travis, man, you're picking great holes.
Yes. They've been great.
Early on, I was a little skeptical, like what the hell's going on here, but. The last several months, man, you've been doing a great job picking the right holes and putting some great events together. So keep on keeping on, man.
That putt made it, Peter. 13 for 2 with a try.
19, so he's down 6. That's too many. So for Jason Graham right now, you are looking not to give any back, none for free. Make him earn those 2 back somehow. But if you slip up, that's the thing about Troutman Falls. It has a chance here on some of these coming home holes to lose 2 strokes with one mistake shot. Right? You put one in the water, and then they give one of those drops that everybody doesn't like. And the bing bang boom, you're down 2 strokes. You're giving back 2 strokes. So that's really what Jason needs to avoid here. Is just getting the big mistake, which that one's hanging on him. Just what? That's the announcer jinx in full effect. I'm sorry, Jason. And then likewise with DJ here. Now you gotta be go. This is green light. You have to stick one in there close. You have to put some pressure back on Jason. To make him think that this is a chip he has to make. This is the chip he's going to have is going to be 40-ish yards. It's going to be out of the rough. You got water behind it. You got a crosswind. All kinds of bad things for people who want to make a chip. So this is a really, really great opportunity for pick those 2 strokes up that we're talking about. See what he comes up with. That one is also not turning. Get back. All right. Well, he's got drive.
Back to golfer 2.
He'll launch it if he gives it full power.
So I'm going to guess he doesn't have to have, I'm guessing sandwich is the shortest club. That's what makes these kind of chips really, really tough is not having the distance clubs. You kind of play a half stroke like he's doing here. He's playing it way over there with that full cut to stay away from that water. He wants nothing
Once
to do
again,
with that, especially
it's
since
golfer 1.
Probably lose 1 at most here. Now, here's deep choice time for DJ. How aggressive do you want to be with this thing? You do need your 2 strokes. You got water behind. Looks like he's going to be half and half here. 9's not a very aggressive club. It's going to be short. Yeah, I will
love it. Golfer 2 with a putter for par.
Because you're out of holes, man. You got 17 a little bit. You're not going to pick one up.
Golfer 1
had your chance
about
there.
to putt.
I would like to see him make a little bit more of a run at that one. But hey,
nice
he did get
work
1
for the birdie.
So 1 more stroke to get. We're pretty sure the difference is 4.
Golfer 1.
The problem now is you got the tee box, so you don't get to see what he's doing anymore. Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, picking up a yinger for me. That was nice.
How's it going, man?
Hi, Brian. So DJ got one back last hole.
Really? How'd that happen?
Jason went wet. DJ almost went wet, but had the rock and came back on. Hit a not aggressive chip, made sure he got birdie. Jason made sure he only gave par. So now Jason is basically up 1 with handicap. I have never seen somebody try that.
Oh, wow. And I'd like to mention, there's a guy with a striped shirt. That's Ryan McCook. It's really too bad he's in the picture right now. It'd be a lot better if he would just kind of scoot on over to the other side. But we're going to focus on the Golden Golf. And that's Jason Graham there out of Texas, sporting the Under Armour collared, golf shirt. That's probably something he planned for the golf today, right? I mean, he's all pink face and everything. I mean, it's just the way that goes.
I'm going to guess he came straight here from the course.
Yeah, no, he did.
And drift left. See?
Oh, wow, that is aggressive right there. And what's funny is the first thing I said to him when I saw him, Matt, was, yeah, sunscreen. You ever heard of it, man? I mean,
I have a feeling that you two are both inflicted with the same skin
That's too much.
tones.
Yeah.
Kind of look like you're about the same hue.
Yeah, we sure are. We sure are. And we're graced with the presence of Ryan McCook. We're not going to give him the opportunity to talk because he probably just shouldn't talk. But
did you say his name 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He must have said his name 3 times.
Ryan McCook, for those that don't know, is one of those guys out of
that just nobody
North Carolina. And he played Goldie for several years. He took a break, and then he found out that stout balls made the game easier. He started playing again, and here he is at tournament. So kudos to you, Ryan McCook. Thanks for joining us.
In the land of, I'm definitely going to mispronounce this, from Fuquay Marina.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's how it goes.
And to cover Matt's back, it is Fuquay, Verena, North Carolina. It is. I don't know who came up with that, but give them props for making it challenging for guys like us, right?
Right.
But here we are, hole 17.
Giggity
or diggity, whatever you want to call it.
Still giggity.
We got a 15 crosswind. We don't know what balls he's playing. We're going to assume it's stouts because he's just kind of flipping it out there, and it might go in the hole. That's good. That's a good pop out there.
So he's got one try left. He's got 18.
And 18, man,
you saw it. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. And 18 really is the only time that 18 is hard with this course when it's tucked on the left.
I completely forgot about the math from 16.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, never mind. You are out of.
But for those of you that are watching and listening, you see where that pin's at, where that little red dot is in the green. If you can picture, the bottom left or the kind of that top right area. That's what makes the hole a little bit more challenging. This is a pretty simple setup. So Jason's just going to pop this out there with, I don't know about that bite. I would personally hit backspin to keep it closer to the hole. But at this point it doesn't really matter. You have 4 strokes, so that's a great shot by Jason.
Golfer 1 is ready to tee off for the last time today.
I'm surprised how much that came back with the bite there.
And I don't know about you, man, but it's awfully quiet for like 100 people being here right now, right?
The headset helps.
Yeah, but the headset helps. But I'm looking around, and it's just a different atmosphere, Maybe it's because the place is so big and there's so many places to be, right?
There are a lot of different areas here. We got the Golden Z players in one half of the room. We got the pool players in the other half of the room. Pool players aren't, at least in my experience, aren't super boisterous.
And I'd like to say, of course
he won.
Jason Graham wins. Of course. I mean, why would he not?
It was other than a little sleepiness there in the middle of the course. He did play a pretty good round.
Yeah, but before they chimed in with us here, Matt. You could see the background of the Golden Team machine. But here we are. Brian Bernhardt, Matt Van Hooser, sporting, the Midwest, two of the best players in the Midwest, right, Matt? Come on now.
If we weren't, would we not be in the commentators?
Yeah.
Wait, whoops.
But here we are. We've and you're going to see a gentleman there with the mask on, and I'll say this real quick, Matt. Florida's got different laws than every other state. Every state has their own laws.
They all got their own
You can have a mask on. You cannot. You pick and choose. You do it whatever you prefer as a person.
Right.
There's no judging involved.
Nope.
We're just happy that there's so many people that are able to come here and participate in this tournament.
That's right.
And play.
Just glad, I think that's reflected in the number of people that are here. Right. Everybody is just really happy to be able to get out again, and they want to be able to get out. They want to socialize with one another, and we all want to do it safely. And hey, right? A lot of people have gotten through the COVID shots. If you haven't got your COVID shot, I highly encourage you to
I have
consider
not. I'm looking forward to hopefully taking care of that here in the next few weeks. Timing with everything with bowling and knowing that there's some side effects and all that stuff. Things have put a little damper on my schedule, But
hey, and you know this. I fully respect how our mass gatherings can potentially be a place to get COVID. It happened to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
coming out of Wisconsin, I got
COVID
coming out of Wisconsin. Wouldn't recommend it. It's not very fun.
But it happens. And while for those of you that are still that you're watching and listening, and you might see a lot of people not wearing masks, kudos to the gentleman that's playing right now that's wearing a mask. You have your choice.
This has got to be extras. Because these guys were up before the tropical match we just announced started, so they've got to be in extras right now.
And it may go in the hole.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man!
Nice
but
shot,
real quick, it's a non-political statement. This is one of those times to where you have an opportunity just to, if you want to wear a mask, you wear a mask. If you don't, you don't. You just come here. Just be smart. We're all here as people.
Right.
We're all here consuming whatever it is, the food or the drinks, or whatever it is. Just be smart. Social distance if you can.
Yep.
Keep your space. And respect others and whatever their beliefs are, and you move on from there. And that's what we're all about. We're all friends here, So there's really no debating about that. But here we are in hole 7 of Monte Zabios.
They were tied scratch, but one difference in handicap. So I'm going to guess it's either 1 or 2.
Okay.
Which means that Dancing Jim being the player that was giving strokes, so and Dancing Jim's going to need to get a stroke within the next 3 holes because the extras in the handicap tournament is half the holes, which is 9, and half the handicap. So,
and Dancing Jim being out of the Kansas area, just Jim Pickle, who recently moved to Florida, correct?
That's right. He lives down here now, about 3.5 hours away. He told me, but yeah, he was played in Kansas City for a good long time. He's been a PG Tour participant for a long number of years.
He's been a great asset to the Golden Tee for
really
several years.
Jim. So Calcycle landed the circle, which is going to make the shot a whole heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, you don't want to tip him over.
Nice. It's a good Midwestern joke. Nice. I laugh. I'm from Iowa. I know what you're talking about. So I don't know if Jim's going to be able to get a direct shot at this. Is the problem because he gets that deep grass. But you can go left.
You do have to worry about those roses, though. Because seriously, because if you hit a club that's too low, there's a chance it hits those.
Okay, well, we're about to find
odds are it won't happen. But it's one thing you got to keep in your mind when you're hitting the shot.
Play this out to left with the rocks bounce you down on the green somewhere, and then hope you make your long putt. That's the plan here.
But he's dancing. With whatever, and look at his outfit. We don't know what the heck his head is.
I think it's a squirrel.
But the one beautiful thing about, and that's going to bounce on the green, actually. It's a great shot.
Yep, see, that's the kick you want right there.
If you haven't done it yet, you need to make sure you download the Golden Tee app, the GT Caddy.
That's right.
It gives you the opportunity to see things, so simply on your mobile device, and you can dress your golfer. Like Jim Pickle has with whatever the heck his face is.
That's it was a squirrel.
It's a great putt.
It's still a squirrel, man. It's still a squirrel.
I don't know if it's a squirrel. I mean, it could be a squirrel. It could be a hedgehog. I don't know what it is, but
it's actually a squirrel.
But make sure you download the GT Caddy app. It gives you the opportunity to view all your Golden Tee gameplay,
all your info,
and invites. So Matt, we have an opportunity here. This is a pretty simple par 3. Let's talk about some invites real quick. You have a home machine. Mm-hmm. Invites are great, right?
Invites are great. Invites are one of the main reasons I got a home edition.
It gives you an opportunity to play anybody that you want, anytime, for whatever you want, and it's just it's very simple to set up on the app. You push your phone a couple times.
It's very simple to set up on the app. You can use the parameters you want to use. You can set the course. You can set handicap or not handicap. You can set the amount you want to play for from 0 to I think 25 a man is the max.
I think it's 25 a man.
Don't do a whole lot of that. But
but you can get more people involved, and you can
you can
really
two players all the way up to 200 or 100
Yeah,
players, or something like that, which never
can,
fills. But
there's a few people in the Golden Tee community that have really tried hard to get a couple dozen guys involved, and what Incredible Technologies is doing, with the whole invite system, it's great. It really is. It kind of allows you to have your own little. Your own little tournament per se.
And one of the issues that can happen with the home edition is if you're used to playing commercially and you're used to playing the extra $1, the prize play, you go home and you get the not for prizes version of the courses, which is just fine, right? All the difficulty is the same. There's still 20. There's still a leaderboard. There's 20 guys in the leaderboard that you're competing against. But after you do that for a while, you kind of I think he almost needed to have that to win, by the way. That was an FTW there.
Try it. Oh, come on, Kyle.
No.
So for those that are looking at home and you see the option for the hole and win, and now the hole and win option is not.
This is his very last tee too.
This
was his last tee.
And you can see that 0 blinking. That is crucial.
What timing?
But that's going to hit the.
Oh no, it's going to be all right.
Don't go in the hole. That costs him like 80 some odd bucks. But depending on what state you live in, because some states don't view Golden Tee as a skill. Right, I think it's a skills thing.
It's a skills-based game,
and based on opposed to luck or whatever.
Yeah.
So not every state is on board with the hole and win. So for those of you that saw the hole and win option, not everybody gets it. But if you're in the right states,
completely backwards. Dancing Jim was the one getting strokes. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man.
But that gets to what we were talking about before with Monte. That par is just low on the front half of that
look
course.
At that.
And so for situations like that where you're trying to give strokes on the front of that course, especially in a not sudden death, but in an overtime situation,
right?
You really got to feel like you're pressured to get that stroke back because there's just not a lot of holes in there to accelerate you for your scoring.
And from this view here, you get a little bit of a view from the side angle
down the line of the
and that's a beautiful view of 4 machines right there, just total side angle.
And
of what it looks like.
The middle 2 machines shown there, those are the 2 that we have available to us to stream.
Right.
So we're going to wait for some matches to be called on those. Honestly, I haven't heard a match get called in a while, so we might be getting towards the end of this.
But speaking of matches streamed, you got to give a shout out to IT bringing IT back for this stream.
Absolutely. We're glad to have them back.
I want to take this opportunity to quickly thank Richard King for what he does when IT's not available to be there. Richard King really filled those gaps in and just did his thing and brought video golf to the masses. But here we are. We're back in Florida, an IT sponsored event.
And I don't think anybody can question that Andy Kohlman and his crew put on a heck of a production here. They really do. They bring the equipment. They've got it all squared away. The lighting is great. The ability to switch between the matches is great, especially when we have matches on those 2 machines.
Oh, for sure, man. And
so no, it's great. I really love how that's all evolved.
Right.
It's come from the very early days, which were rough when it was just an idea between Russ and I and Jimmy Parker, and then we got Richard, who had some more of the technical expertise.
Right.
And it's really has evolved as we've gone along in a very good way to the production that we have now, and I'm sure that those guys have 14 million ideas running around their head on ways to make it even better than that.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see where it goes as we continue building these tournaments, because that's all we've been doing this past decade, right? We started off, where were we getting 42, 45, 50, 60 guys at those tournaments in the early years, right? It's pretty lean, and year after year after year after year, it's built, it's grown,
we got 170 something
this rock is
people
picking up some speed rolling down that hill, so it's great. It's great for the game. It's great that all these guys are able to get here and experience this, and honestly, it's a little bit awesome in my own view that we can kind of silence some of the old school guys. We used to get 100 every time. We used to do this. Maybe you did once a year.
That was back then.
Maybe you did once a year. Well,
that was then. This is now.
We've grown it. We've done the work, right? Stop poo-pooing it. We've done the work. And now we're getting 150 plus somewhat regularly now. which is just it's insanely impressive.
Well, and to kind of piggyback off of that,
and it's
Matt,
the players. It's the players.
It's the players, and then we got to shout out to Power Vending, to the team. You know, I'm biased because I work with them. I run a small.
You're allowed to be biased when you write your paycheck.
I run a small rough for Power Vending, but you got Steve Sobel, Paige Gossett, Russ. I want to take this moment to break it down for the people that might not know what actually goes on behind the scenes of the tournament. All right,
well, you're going to have to hurry because they're going to put down.
No, that's
fine.
You're
on the clock, buddy.
People are watching. People are listening. I'm going to take this opportunity now, and I will take this opportunity again tomorrow to let people know what goes on. Steve Sobel, you got Steve and Paige and Russ, right, Matt? You got Steve's kind of the voice, and I'm going to be honest with everybody watching. People might not always agree with the man, but he's kind of the man with the master plan. And he has a rhyme for his reason, and he does things a certain way. Paige, she helps out when Steve is not able to do what he does, and she's the money girl. She's the one that's the behind the scenes, getting all the envelopes ready for everybody. And when I'm talking envelopes ready for everybody, you're talking dozens of envelopes of money to make
for every single thing that gets paid out in our tournaments, right? Every single gets paid out in these tournaments, whether it's hole and win side pots, whether it's the prize money for winning a bracket.
And then aside from that, so you got Steve with the voice, Paige doing the behind the scenes, a lot of the money, the envelope stuff, and then you got Russ, who is the most underrated person in the history of all tournaments because he makes sure these machines are working, man. He does this stuff. He does not want. He doesn't go in pictures. He doesn't want credit for nothing. He just makes sure that the machines are working for this tournament. And
there he is. There's Russ right there.
There he is. Hi,
hard
Russ.
At work.
Yeah,
Russ.
hard at work. Yeah.
This is a sign of a tech guy who's done a good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you're sitting there eating food and not worried about things breaking, you've done your job.
But Russ, and we just went over to him. He was working on a machine earlier, and we had some issues, and I was trying to troubleshoot with Russ, and it was okay. I have switched the video card. I have switched the hard drive. I have switched the power supply. It's got a different I/O board. I've done everything but change the motherboard. I don't know what else to do.
We got no more parts left.
He comes back to our table. He swaps out, put the motherboard in there, puts it in the machine. Yeah, it's great that we have 30 machines, Matt.
But we need them.
It's not okay to have a black screen on a machine. So we need to make sure that we have them working. And Russ is the man that makes sure that everything's working.
You don't bring 30 so you can use 28. You don't bring 30 so you can use 28. You bring 30 because you need 30.
And so Matt, so here we are talking about having 30 machines, man. You remember, was it 2 years ago we had 22? Yeah. And then we had, 18 a couple years?
Yeah. I mean, and
Power Events
completely in line with the growth.
Power Events has really jumped on board and put that investment in as far as, hey, we know Golden Tee is a great thing for everybody. Yeah. We need to make sure we have enough machines to make sure that this tournament goes as smooth as possible.
And it has. And you know how we can prove that it has?
Yeah.
The handicap tournament has finished.
Yeah.
You don't go all the way to the finals. You don't go all the finals in the handicap tournament. You go to the point where you burn down and see who gets their entries. We've done that. All the people who you've seen win especially these matches later in the program here. Free entries tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right? Paid entries tomorrow. Come out and roll. You got yourself a good start. You got yourself some momentum built into tomorrow's qualifying. Nothing to do but come out tomorrow and prove it. So congratulations to the folks. I'm guessing with 137, that's probably going to don't do math out loud. I'd say 30 or so, 30 or 35 players that have won their entry for tomorrow. So that's really awesome. And yeah, it's what are we at here? 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that.
So you're telling me right now, and this is news to me. Here we are live talk. The handicap tournament's over.
That's correct.
So this is breaking news. We have a handicap tournament that has concluded. The people have been assigned their spots for tomorrow.
We started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it is.
And for those that are just tuning in, the handicap tournament, what happens is it's a $25 entry fee. You have an opportunity to win a free entry into the $100 main event tomorrow.
Right.
We always hope that people get into the tournament, that most likely may not participate in it.
Right. Like we talked about, the participants here, a lot of them come to play in the handicap tournament. They feel like they have a chance in that format to compete. the main event entry to them maybe isn't what they're really going for.
Right.
To get one and to get them into that scenario, get them into the weekend play where they can experience that as well. That's awesome. I hope as many of them as are able. We'll see them tomorrow, and maybe we wouldn't have otherwise.
Right, and this is something that's been going on for years, actually. Where I don't know who started it, but we got a little hand being raised right there.
So I'll tell you.
So you helped, huh?
I will tell you how this started.
Okay, I'm so curious about
I'll tell you how this
started.
started. So the way that we used to do this, specifically for the St. Louis event,
right? And I want to chime in real quick, Matt, before you go on. St. Louis kind of being a hotbed of Golden Tee. There's a lot of great plays in St. Louis. Yeah. It's really easy to fly into St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever there's a live tournament there,
centrally located, right?
It's so easy to get there. And real quick before you tell us more about that, the next tournament. Where is it?
Turns out it's in St. Louis.
It's in St. Louis.
The second, St. Louis adjacent, right? It's in O'Fallon, Missouri.
O'Fallon, Missouri. Make sure you check out the PEGT Facebook page. I'm sure Golden Tee will have some more stuff about it. But go ahead, Matt. Tell us more about.
Okay, real quick, the start of the handicap tournament. So we in St. Louis, it was kind of generous. We would host a handicap tournament a couple weeks before the real tournament, the big tournament for St. Louis, and that was how we worked it. We took the entries. And similar here, the winner would get a paid entry into the main event, and that's why we try to drum up some of these players that, again, guys that wouldn't come out for the main event normally, but we would be willing to come out for a handicap for a smaller tournament. You get them into the building, you get the competitive juices flowing, you get them an entry into that main event, and sure enough, you got yourself another couple players, and that's just another way, right? Another way to try to get some guys in the building to get them to experience what this tournament scene is like. This is going to be a great weekend, Brian Bernhardt.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be a great weekend to Golden Tee. We have got what's going to be close to 180 people predicted to be in this main event. It's going to be a huge thing, and I cannot wait for it all to get started tomorrow. To do that, though, we have to wrap up this event, which is done, and go play some Golden Tee ourselves. What do you say? Would you like to play some Golden Tee, buddy?
I love to play some Golden Tee, man. I didn't come to Florida from the western part of Illinois.
That's right. Didn't come down to play.
I love having the opportunity to speak, about Golden Tee and share my knowledge on the game. And I love sharing my knowledge with the people that are listening right now. However,
go play Golden Tee.
Matt.
Just like we're going to go.
Yeah.
Go play Golden Tee.
Well, we're going to play Golden Tee in a little bit.
No, not a little bit. We're doing it right now. We're doing it right now.
We're going to talk to the brains behind all of this. I'm not sure how much Golden Tee they play. We might need to get Andy and his buddy there behind the scenes and get them in front of a machine.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
This is a good force. Yeah, we're going to play.
We were just talking about the handicap tournament.
Yeah.
I wonder what their handicap is.
Well, I think we're about to find out.
Yeah. So for those that are listening, appreciate you staying on.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Appreciate you guys.
I hope I have the opportunity to be on more tomorrow. I personally really enjoyed being on. It was 14 months ago where I remember sitting here and talking a lot. I remember going back and forth between, playing my qualifier and coming back and talking about it. I would love to do that again because I think that's really good insight. If I don't have the opportunity to do that, I look forward to being on maybe on Sunday. If I'm out here on Sunday talking about it, that means that I'm playing well.
Right? That's a good thing.
I want to be playing well. But at the end of the day, here we are. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're all feeling more comfortable being around each other, and this is just a step forward in the right direction. Just being with our friends, making the right decisions, and just enjoying life the way it's supposed to be enjoyed.
That's right. Let's go enjoy some life, buddy.
All right, man.
Let's go enjoy some life. Good to
you. Got it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good evening, y'all.
For 32 years, we have been building towards this moment.
Golfer One on 10.
Golfer One has the honor.
Golf genius right here.
The game is about to change forever. This is Golden Tee PGA Tour.
ridiculous.
Gotta get you some face back.
So clearly marked. Yeah. I mean, I was probably a 3-1 over there, so the process would have been playable there. And honestly, it's kind of over there, obviously. Kind of cool to have a bailout.
Batman Hooser, are you here? Can I see you, please?
After he hits the world's greatest golf shot. What do you make it, Sean? It's not such a good shot, just so you know. It's leaked to our head. Just searched up this GPU thing. I need some more. They can throw 3 strokes.
I end up up there